Give me the clubs again. I should really stop just going for the item set, shouldn't I? I'll probably do better if I just picked a rare item. Rather than the item set being like, do this thing, and I go to do that thing, and it's just like, nope. You failed. Nice try. Don't want to hit that enemy. I don't even know what I'm after with this set. Battling the chicken. I guess what I should be after is a bunch of like health stuff. Like a bunch of armor would actually be really useful. Maybe that's what I'm meant to be doing, is just stacking armor. 3 block and flick to a shield. Three damage to a weapon must be touching a backpack's edge. Which it is. Let's go fight the enemies. Oh, your turn ends that turns. Rubbish. What if I don't do armor? If there's an empty space 2 spaces away, item is disabled. Each turn adds 1 energy. If there is any item 2 spaces away. Problem solved. Now, no items 2 spaces away from it. So, extra energy acquired. We need to go fight the chicken, so we're good for the moment. Da, 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 da. Damage there, and that's 10 damage to use, but 2 damage to myself. But it takes 1 action point. It takes no action points. Ugh. As it wants to take that enemy out. The 1 extra action point actually not being very useful at the moment. we're starting to get armour now. Oh, okay, I guess I'll take this random potion. I could go a second club. Because I do have the one extra action point, which means I could use the second club once as well. Which isn't... Weapons in this row get +1 to weak this turn. Or one extra hit with the club. I don't know which would be more useful. No idea. I genuinely don't know which one would be more useful. I guess I know which one's more expensive. So I guess I could go for the cheaper one and just grab a second club. I could also just sell this. They won't take any more items. I already sold them stuff. Whoops. It's fine. So, bonk, bonk, bonk. And a shuriken. Okay. Beating them all up. There you go, that kind of works. Bit random. Grab a second helmet there. So yeah, I guess I just want some armor and some spikes, and then just... These are probably fine. My starter club can't be forged, but my other club can, so my club that's at the top has been forged. Two damage to self, that's probably fine. Next hit will do 10 damage and 3 damage to self, which is, again, is probably fine, but I don't want to go too low because then the hits will actually be kind of bad. Nice. Can take this and then swap these. A luck ring. Not super useful, but I'll grab these things anyway because I don't need that club. I'm not gonna. I don't want to be using it because it does just hurt me. Whereas if I can have it that it's set up that I don't need that, then it doesn't hurt me. So yeah, using these two other clubs instead, and just whatever else I find. Yeah, this chicken won't deal damage because I can keep using the weakness on it. Whenever a status effect is removed, add burn equal to the amount removed. If you would take 5 or less damage, reduce that damage to 1. Guess we'll take that. Open the chest. What have we got? We've got adjacent and diagonal armor gets +1. So if we move that down, we can put that there, we can move that up, and then that's fine. Put one there. Put this here. Grab that one, and I can put those two back in there. Whatchamajig. This. Posting them away. Whee! I don't really need to heal myself, so I'll grab max health. And then we'll go down to the deep cave, because I like the deep cave route. Note to self, remember, go to the magma core. I've got to make sure I go to the magma core, because if I don't, then it's all for nothing. Don't really need any of this. It's adjacent and diagonal armor, so maybe one block for each row below. That's one block for each row above, but this one will be next to that. So that turns all the nearby consumables into energy. And then there's another one. But it's a random legendary item that I don't need. But that's fine, because this is now online again. By doing a little bit of a move. Haven't got any of that. Haven't got enough money for the other one. So that's fine. You are going to escape with 10 gold, unfortunately. Because I didn't really want to take all of that damage. There we go. So yeah, this is working. What does this mace do? Oh, it takes 2 to use. On use still 16 damage. Adds 2 slow to enemy and 2 weak to enemy. We use 2 action points to use. So not very good. So I can instead do that, which then adds extra damage here. And it's probably fine. Dual wielding clubs is very funny. Wow, they are hitting for a lot. Trying to hit a 17. Ugh. Don't need any of that. Not gonna lie, this alloy with the clubs adding weakness is actually working really well, because it just means I'm taking no damage. Because I reduced them down to a point where they're hitting me for almost nothing. And if I can't reduce them to actually nothing, then the weakness just goes, the alloy just goes, we negate all of that. Because if I would take 5 or less damage, reduce that damage to 1. Does that reduce that damage by 1? No, reduce that damage to 1. So they're now dealing no damage. Oh, they're not even dealing me damage, they're bouncing off my armour. Now Now these are going to hurt. They're going to bounce off my armour. They're now not hitting me for anything. So yeah, the alloy's actually not really doing anything because I'm beating up the enemies quicker than they need to. Yes. Don't need any of that. There we go. Weaken my shadow down to the point where it's not hurting me anymore. It's just bouncing off my spiky armour. More spikies. More spikies, more armour. It's only 8 to add 2 blocks to a piece of armour. I'm going to give all my stuff extra armour. Now the rest of these have slots, that's fine. And I don't think either of these have slots either. No, they don't. Then that's also fine. Whee! Oh, fancy legendary hat. Nope. What did I get? Blood wand. Meh. Ignore that curse. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I've got 32 armor now, that's nice. As long as I make sure the crossbowmen don't hit me, then we're pretty much good. Ooh, I just rolled out of the curse. Weird. Extra spikes up. Extra spikes. I guess that's fine. Yeah, probably. If I turn that, it will get 1 extra block, but 1 less block. Right? Yeah, it's there, it's 4. There, it's 4. Doesn't really make a difference, but kind of funny. Okay, I'm going to have to use some of this anti-slime stuff. I have to use an action point to break all this slime. Which is kind of sad. Bye, snail. No. More spikies. I think we're good. We just got all the spikies. We've got a bunch of armor and then loads and loads of spikies. And then just these two clubs to be like, hit me for less, please, thank you. Because the spikes is just on attack. So if they're attacking me but not hitting me, they're still taking all the damage from the spikes. Realise I should be hitting the boss a bit. Because the ads will take themselves out on the spikes. There we go. Don't want any of this, I don't think. Nope. Nope. Don't need it, so I'm sending it away. More max health. Let me go down to the magma core. I'm actually going the right way this time. So I need to defeat the magma core, and then that will get me through to the end stage. Right. Regen on a ring, not that I need it. Because nothing's hitting me. Oh, I have to hit this front enemy. I only got 6. Now it's gone up to 11. The rabbit's going to run away, unfortunately, but that's fine. There we go, and then you take yourself out on the spikes. Lucky ring, lucky ring. One of them. The king. We're going to be fighting the king. Sell that. Grab another helmet. For more armor. I could grab another tunic as well. If I buy this square, I can move that down 1. And I can just move that over there. And then I've got 2 free, an extra 2 free squares. That could be good. Need to move this one out of the way. Because this bomb enemy is going to be painful. 29 damage. There we go. Okay, going through the magma core pretty easily. Don't need any of that. Trade an item from an item of the same size. Go on then, we'll trade one of those lucky rings for something else. Don't need the ghost shield. But I have a ghost shield. 3 damage for a weapon? No. Right, that one's got rage, that's why I'm using that one. I gave it rage. What do you have? Ooh, another spiky. More spiky. I'm just doing a bunch of random spikes. Each column to the right, add 1. So if I sell that and buy that. Never mind, I don't buy that. Because I can't afford it. Sell that. Sell that. They won't take that, but now I can buy that. There we go. 6 extra armor. Oh, time to have a drink again, I guess, if my throat's getting that dry. Rehydrate a bit more. Make sure you're all hydrating and looking after yourself as well. The magma core is a very dry place. Four attacks hitting me for nothing, but you're attacking me 4 times, you're taking a whole bunch of spikes. On taking damage, add more spikes. I'm not really taking damage, so that's not gonna help me. Yeah, I prefer these weird little flowers, just rose thorns. Weird little flowers all the way. Another helmet. Do I want another helmet? Not particularly. I've got plenty of helmets. I have 43 armor. When a weapon kills an enemy, add 3 haste. I think my spikes are killing my enemies for the most part. So I don't think that actually helps. Yeah, I don't think that actually helps. My weapons are not killing my enemies, my spikes are. Because I am covered in spikes. Armoured to nobody's business and covered in spikes. Just wrapped up in brambles all over the place. Oh, you're not actually attacking this turn. Should have paid attention to what you were doing. That's fine, this turn you'll take yourself out. There we go. Spikes! My spikes defeat all my enemies. I never need to do anything. Add 2 spikes to a shield. I haven't got any shields, but if I had a shield, I would put 2 spikes on it. Your rough hide does mean that you lose this one. Because I just every other turn don't have to attack you. Go and sell those 2 items to my shop. Right. I took some damage. Oh my god. What is this ridiculousness? There you go, I'm not going to take any more damage this time. They're adding rage, but I'm adding weak to them, so they're not getting any stronger. If I do that... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to start doing this. We can do that. I can put that over there, and once again, this is now available. Do I want to put anything next to it? I can grab a random rare. Still don't want anything from that, so that's fine. Run over here, grab this, run up to the shop. Sell the legendary, sell the rare, sell the rare. Good. Weapons in this column get +2 damage. Pretty good. Some weapons become ghostly. I don't need that. I don't need any of this really. Yeah. Off we go to beat up this last enemy. This last group of enemies in this area. Yep, you. Oh, and I can't hit anyone past you, so I'll do another hit on this one at the front. Flames over there. Take both sets of flame. There we go. Much spikes. Open space in this row or column. Adjacent weapons get +0 damage. Adds +1 damage for each open space in this row or column. So if we do that and then put that there, then it's adding an extra 3 for the ghost gem, 2 for the emerald. It's pretty good. Run back and have a look at this. I could put that there, but I don't think I need to. Because I would add an extra 1 to this top one, but then would have to move one of these into one of these spaces, which would then reduce 1 for the ghost gem. So I think that's fine. That's annoying. Put that down on taking damage, add 2 haste to self. But I don't think I need it. So I guess I'll just put these here and then I'll go and sell them in one or other of the shops. You won't take any more items? I'll go to the other shop then. There we go. Could sell one spike that then adds 1 damage to this weapon. But I think we're good with the amount of spikes I've got. I realised I was leaning really far backwards there, so my model was probably just like looking like it was asleep. I wasn't asleep, it's fine. I was just sitting. Okay, let's go defeat the king and then go and open this door, shall we? And find out what's behind it. I think I've got a good setup for fighting the king. Clubs, armour and spikes. Make it so that my enemy never gets to fight me. No damage, please. Thank you. It's got 6 rage. Whole bunch of spikes for me. They both got to attack, and it wasn't enough to actually get through my armour. He's got a lot of rage on him now. Okay, let's push that weakness up. I'm getting a lot of rage on myself as well. Yeah. We defeated the king and all of his minions and took no damage whatsoever. With that, let's go through to here, open this chest. But we need to go to these steps. We've all got our backpacks. We open the door and we go down to the next area. Chaotic Darkness, part 1 of 3. The boss I'm fighting is a shadowy blob that looks kind of like a mouse. Uh-oh. What's happened to Percy's mum? The Chaotic Darkness is just 2 long corridors. Mum? Mum, what's wrong? While fighting disorder, you will get 0 experience for defeating this enemy. Mum? Question mark? Is the flavor text, and it's like, oh. When your turn ends at -1 to the energy cost and is destroyed. When your turn, yeah, puts a hex and does 20 damage, but I don't know why I did that. I gained 2 extra armor. If I do that, that covers up as little as possible. I'm getting 2 extra action points from the ore. So yes, 1 less damage, but 1 full extra hit. Which is pretty good. Remove the hex. You're not hitting me for nothing. Take that, you're not allowed to hit me for anything. 12 poison, that's fine. Oh, I took damage, which meant I lost money, which means I didn't get the extra action point anymore. What is this? Disorder now has 999 health. Sturdy, when 300 damage is dealt this turn, add 999 blocks. Sorry? Excuse me? It does what now? Oh, and then it stocks that up every single turn. If I do 300 damage in a turn, it gets 999 block. So I guess I just don't do 300 damage in a turn. I'm taking damage from the poison. Is the poison actually going to kill me? Yeah, I'm going to die to this poison. No, that's the worst. I don't want to lose to poison. That's so dumb. Well, I guess we found out what's at the bottom there. And it's an enemy that just poisons you to death.